you. Love you. You're like the best ever. Okay, so tonight we're going to chat about Facebook Live classes and just one of the tools that every single one of you guys can be using to build your business. And so there's so many different tools. So first of all, disclaimer, guys, do not leave this call thinking anything less of yourself. Like, for example, like, ooh, I've never done that, or I'm inadequate in that, or maybe, I'm not doing this right or whatever. First of all, no. I want you guys to know this, that every single one of you are adequate. Every single one of you have exactly what it takes. And you know what? You all have different strengths. And so some of you guys may like be rocking things out that I am not very good at. And you're going to be on the skills call at some point talking about that. And honestly, I also want you to know this. If we are a humble servant in this company, we're always learning. So number one, we're always becoming better here, and we're always becoming better out here by serving others. So guys, I do not have anything I ever talked to you about mastered. In fact, I'm still trying to master the Facebook Live class, but I have had some good success with it. And guys, in the culture that we're in right now, in the world climate, and we are sharing this incredible gift across the globe, there is some really great benefits to building our business online and doing groups online. So Alyssa has trained and she rocks out Zoom events. Some of you girls rock out Zoom events as well. I love Zoom events. And so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what is the potential with this. And so first of all, let's talk about groups in general. If you're not doing groups, I want to encourage you to give it a try. Number one, like, never ever give something a try once to 5 times and think that that's going to be the indication if that's a good tool for you. Because something that I've learned about tools, and something that I've learned about mastery, and something that I've learned about specifically Facebook Live classes, is that you are not going to master this like 1 to 5 classes. Like, you're going to, number one, have to do this over and over again. So give yourself permission to fail when you build your business. And that comes with Facebook Live classes. I want you guys to give yourself permission to be like, wow, it was really terrible. I'm going to do that again. So guys, I've done some really bad ones. In fact, I'm still doing bad ones. But if you book enough, and if you just keep going, like, you're going to get some good ones in there. Okay. You're going to get some good ones in there. So remember, it's the law of averages. So another tip to remember is that you plus your hostess is the dynamic duo with groups. And that's whether it's in person, Zoom, or Facebook Live. You plus your hostess is the dynamic duo with groups. And so what does that mean? Number one, own it yourself, okay? Guys, online groups take a ton of follow-up, right? They only take 15 to 20 minutes, but you're hustling behind the scenes, like following up, right? And so I want you guys to know that you are the magic sauce in your business, period. Everything you do, you're the magic sauce. So you are the magic sauce with these. Get creative with these. I am going to give you some strategy, and I'm going to give you some tools. I will post tools, by the way, after this call on Alyssa Lovett's Success Line page, so you guys can be watching for that, those of you who love links and tools like me. But I want you guys to know you're the magic sauce. Also, your hostess determines a lot. So here's the deal. Just like sponsoring business partners or whatever, guys, we see potential in people, and we're just trying to serve people, right? We're trying to help them start a business, or maybe they're our hostess, and we're really just trying to help them get really incredible products at an awesome, awesome discount. So not every single hostess is going to follow through on their end. Don't beat yourself up about that. You do your part of the magic sauce. You coach and train them to do their part of the magic sauce, and you will have an awesome class. But if one of you doesn't come through, that's when the class isn't awesome. Okay. Number two, coach your hostess. Okay. Coach your hostess. Yeah, I said that right. Anyway, I just want you guys to know that coaching your hostess is so important, whether you're doing Zoom class or you're doing an in-person or you're doing something online. So I will give you every single tool that I have. I have hostess coaching tips. A lot of you guys have it from me. I have it saved in my phone. I copy and paste it to all my hostesses, but I do change the verbiage depending on the hostesses of what I give them an idea of what to say. So really the basic hostess coaching tips, y'all, I will post those, but I'll go over those really quickly. Have your hostess always invite 30 to 50 people. This is a numbers game. Just like anything, it's a numbers game with heart. So make sure that your hostess is inviting enough people. But guys, you want them to know what to expect. You don't want to sugarcoat it and say, hey, I'm doing this thing. Would you invite a few? I had a girl today say to me, I was under the impression that I was just going to invite something that you were already doing. And I said, if that's how you want it to be, that's okay. Because when she saw my coaching, she was like, oh, wait, okay, yeah. So I need to invite more. This is me. And I'm like, yeah, so it's okay. We talked it through. But guys, let them know what to expect, okay? So invite 30 to 50 people. Give them some verbiage. Love on them a little bit. Tell them they don't have to use it, but totally give them some verbiage on how they can reach out to people. People do love an idea of what to say. If this is a Facebook Live class, you know, I always make sure and let them know that there's an invite button. I create a group, and I am going to go through some logistics of Facebook Live classes. But I do let them know that there's an invite button. They do need to go ahead and invite the 30 to 50 people after they've given them the heads up, the invitation text. So this may be a question that you're asking yourself is, wait, so does she invite everyone to the class or just the people that say yes? My opinion is, how many of you guys are like this? I get invited to things weekly that I don't know the person, and I don't know what it is. And I've never gotten a personal message that said, hey, I'm inviting you to this, heads up, I would love to have you. This is what it is. This is my experience with it. I'd love for you to come. So I've honestly only one hostess recently, or honestly ever that I can remember, has ever taken the time to invest in me and tell me what they're doing. So those personal messages are so important. And I tell my hostesses that. And I also let them know there is an invite button as well. So go ahead and invite the 30 to 50 with the invite button. They've gotten the heads up text. They know what it is. If they don't want to come, they don't have to accept the invitation, but making sure that there is a personal invite in case you guys are wondering. So guys, I am old fashioned. You guys some of you guys are like way younger than I am, and you've built your business completely via text, and I do my business via text as well. But guys, I do like to call my hostess. I like to understand what they want. I like to understand, you know, what are we working towards? What kind, you know, do you want the 30-day kit? So I actually like to have a voice-to-voice conversation with them. And see that they're vested in this. I like to hostess coach them with the little points that I'm going to give you guys on Alyssa's page. I like to verbally say them to them because I want to make sure that they understand what to expect, and I want them to make sure that they understand, you know, just that it's simple. This is a no big deal thing. And so I'm here to serve them, and we're here to serve their network of people. So that's what I want to make sure they know, and that the hostess rewards are awesome. So the third step I would say is make sure that you guys share how great our hostess rewards are. If you're not quite sure how awesome our host rewards are, I'll post a flyer about that that's easy to share so they can easily see how great our hostess rewards are. I love to share with people a simple one-liner. You can get up to 75% off and free product just for grabbing some friends and letting me share this incredible gift. Would you be open to considering hosting some friends on an online class? And so again, that's kind of my ask, but I want you guys to know knowing the rewards is important. And so also within the rewards, spoil your hostesses. Linda Parker used to teach us and still says this, I'm sure, but give away the farm. Y'all, if they're inviting 30 to 50 faces that you don't know, give away the farm. Like, be as generous as your budget allows for you to be. I love to give my hostess full-size product and a thank you card in the mail just for trying. Guys, if they have no sales, they're still getting something from me. So guys, you can get all of that with 125s for 30s with hostess rewards. And if you're like, I don't even know what that meant, get with your sponsor. It's real easy. They'll explain it to you. So you don't, again, you can be budget friendly and conscious, but generous at the same time. So definitely give away the farm to your hostesses. You want them to be repeat hostesses for the future as well. So coach your hostess, that's my next point. And then it's basically leading up to the class. It's time for the class, or time for you to open the class. So with a Facebook Live class, a resource that I'm going to post, but you can also write down if you haven't listened to Jessica Champlain's 15-minute Facebook Live party on SoundCloud, go follow Donna Johnson. If you don't have the app, go download it right now. It's amazing. It's the most awesome personal growth while you brush your teeth every single morning before you go to work. And so Jessica Champlain, or Champagne, I guess is her name. She's the visionary behind this. I take zero credit for any of it. And so I just took her information and I ran with it. That's all that I'm doing. And so you could listen to her training. She does an incredible job on training on these. But basically the first thing that you're going to do, and she'll explain that, is you're going to open up a group. So you do a group on Facebook. Whether you do it a group or an event, guys, don't get uber hung up on details like that. Honestly, I think it's whatever you like the most. I like a group because I literally can go back and look at names and contact people, and it does not go away. It's, for me, it's a resource, and it's really smart. That's why I choose to make a group. But basically you open up the group, and there is going to be a link that I'm going to post with images, plus a link called the 15-minute Facebook Live class. So those of you that are like taking copious notes and you're like, I'll never remember everything she said, no worries. You've got this recording, Jessica's recording, and you've got these links that I'm going to share. The 15-minute Facebook Live class link is actually going to show you how to post. It's going to show you exactly the posts. It's going to show you all the images. And guys, it's so cool because once I put all of this, you can do it from your phone. You can schedule posts from your phone, but you can also schedule posts from your computer. And so I literally just got all the images. I have them downloaded in my phone, and then I have them on my computer as well. And so I can literally now just look at the last one I did and copy and paste super fast, schedule. And guys, like for example, Saturday, tomorrow night, I have 2 hostesses hosting at 6:30. So an idea I wanted to give you, Jessica Champlain does all of her classes on Thursday nights, for example, and she does them, I think, an hour apart, maybe 30 minutes apart, actually. But she does 4 hostesses a week. My goal is always 4 hostesses a week, and I'll explain the math on that and why that's really smart. But I'm not perfect at it, and I don't always get 4 hostesses a week. But tomorrow night, for example, I'm doing 2 hostesses at 6:30. And so something I've done, instead of doing them every 30 minutes, I'm doing them together. Does that make sense? So it's 15 minutes of my time, but I have 4 people inviting to one of it. It's just, again, for me, it's a more efficient way to use my time there, and there is a lot of follow-up there. So as far as the class goes, you open up the group and you literally follow the link, the images, you schedule the post, the whole 9 yards. Okay. And so basically it is time at this point for your class. And so that would be the next point, is time for your class. And so when you're doing the class, again, you have a presentation. It's super awesome. It's literally only 15 minutes. You may want to practice it a couple of times before you go live for the first time, but you're going to actually be sharing simple bundles The images again are in the link I'm going to share, but I love, you don't need to share all the bundles. I personally don't. I pick 5 bundles that I like the most, that I have the product for on hand all the time. And I love to show the product as I go through the Facebook Live. So I like to set a timer, practically do the class like that, as much interaction as you can. And here's the deal. I'm going to give you all these resources, but I want to give you freedom to be creative in your business. I am a natural 4-wing, and so I don't follow recipes really good. I start with it, but I always deviate from it. Find what works well for you in Facebook Live classes. That goes back to giving yourself permission to be creative, but failing a little bit too, because not everything you're going to love that I do or that she does. You need to do it what fits you. Does that make sense? And so again, just getting the Arbonne story in front of people. So I do want to cast a vision a little bit about groups and how smart. I love groups because it's an efficient use of my time, number one. I love to be able to do them online right now because it's a little bit trickier, obviously, with what's going on, but I'm not opposed to doing them in person at all. And so I want to say this is that with the Facebook Live, it's crazy because our system, as you guys know, our system for success is 30 to 40 faces monthly. So I'm getting the business or the information, the Arbonne story, right, in front of 30 to 40 faces a month. And so what I love about these groups is that, for example, I haven't looked yet to see exactly how many people are in my group with my 2 hostesses for tomorrow night, but literally each hostess likely is it's gonna be at least 10 faces you've never met. So guys, this is why I got so stinking excited about this training, because I started doing the Arbonne math and I was like, okay, so if she's doing 4 a week, and let's just say every single hostess is just literally getting her in front of 10 faces potentially that she doesn't know. What? How many faces is that a week potentially? That's 40 faces a week that you guys don't know. So guys, if you're like, oh my word, like I need to put some new faces in my pipeline, do it. Fall flat on your face, do it over and over again. Like guys, these Facebook Live classes will rock your world. They're so incredible and everybody's on Facebook. And so I always give my hostess the choice, Zoom, and I paint it as like it's way more intimate. It's a way for us to talk. It's a way for us to ask questions. It's like we're in your living room. So if you're more of a face-to-face girl, I would totally choose the Zoom as the tool. But also we can do the same thing in a Facebook Live class. It's just not going to be as intimate, but there's also benefits there. So again, let your hostess choose what tool they want to use. So basically, yeah, so you've done the class, and so my next thing is going to be tips for follow-up. So tips for follow-up are basically that, you know, virtual takes longer. So I just expect it, but you can create urgency. So one of the tips to create urgency in these Facebook Live classes is that you create a raffle, and Jessica goes through this. And again, I believe this is all on the links. And so you can create a raffle however you want. Jessica Champagne does a raffle. Everybody that basically, she posts her VIP group. So if you guys have like a Facebook VIP group, she posts the link to her VIP group. She puts the raffle as one of the posts, and all they have to do is in the first 48 hours of the class, they have to request to join her VIP group. Genius, right? Because this VIP group is now being funneled new contacts. Okay, and that's it. I give away the eye gel masks. That's just what I love to give away for the raffle. You guys can give away whatever you want. I personally love connection, and I'm wanting to pull these people from online to on my phone. And so I do my raffle a little differently. Again, this is where you can get creative. My raffle is they answer 4 feedback questions, or the 3 to 4 sponsoring questions that you guys ask them, right? Like, what did you learn that surprised you the most? I like to ask them, what are you most interested in, nutrition or skincare? And if you guys, somebody comment in the comments if you want me to post my questions. But basically, they have to answer my 4 feedback questions, which most of you guys, I'll have all of these, because I want to talk to them. Okay. And so, okay, I will, Alyssa. And so, basically, I want to do that. And so, what that looks like is I want to have a conversation with you, and it's within the first 48 hours. So the first 48 hours, you're really trying to soft close the class. That's how you're creating urgency. So for me, again, my raffle is designed to create urgency, and it's designed to create connection and conversation. And so I am basically trying to pull them from Facebook to my phone if possible, but that does take a process. So one thing I do want to say, which is a super, super important piece of coaching your hostess, which you will see in my hostess coaching verbiage, is that I do request that my hostess start individual text messages with every single yes. So if she has 10 people that said they're going on that Facebook class, I expect 10 individual text messages introducing me to the people, or Facebook messages, right? Depending on how she communicates, it doesn't matter. But why is that? Because she's the gatekeeper. I tell her that. And I don't have permission to reach out to your people. I do friend them on Facebook, but sometimes I'm not friends with them on Facebook yet for them to even see my messages. So if she starts the message, logistically, it's really smart on Facebook because they will see the message. And if I say, I prefer text, but Facebook message is cool. However you communicate is totally fine. I have a lot of hostesses that do both. So where am I sending those 4 questions? In these little individual messages that my hostess has sent. And so I take note of who's online. Gonna see, yeah, I was gonna show you guys something, but I take note of who's online and live. I make a little note, and you guys are going to have to keep track of the people with follow-up. That's another point within follow-up. So I will post this. I take 0 credit. I'm just a super good copycat. So invite checklist. This is Jen Register, a girl on my team. This is for Zoe's class last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people that I didn't know Zoe's introduced me to that I'm trying to work with still right now. So how cool is that? So I write who was live. I write like what packages they're interested in. I make notes. Again, the follow-up process is key. So with the follow-up, now you guys know to create urgency within 48 hours, cater the raffle to whatever speaks to you. I've given you a couple of ideas. I also, Jessica Champagne does this. She gives them a full size free product when they order within the first 48 hours. So again, you can use 125s for 30s in your host rewards. I have stuff to mail out like here on my desk. This is not in stock right now, and I'm super sad, but it will come back, is the concentrated shower gel because it's $8. This is a great full-size free product to give someone. And honestly, she kind of said this in her training, but she said, depending on what they order is the full-size free product of what I'm being smart to give them. If they're ordering something bigger, I'm going to give them something bigger. If they're ordering something smaller, maybe it's this, maybe it's the mask. Guys, these hydration masks are really awesome, and they're flat fold to mail really easy. Maybe if it's a little bigger, I'm giving them a lip gloss. So again, I just keep some stuff on hand and I can mail it out. Okay. And so again, that helps create ordering within the first 48 hours is that full size free product. So follow-up is just expect it to be labor intensive, because it is. You're serving people. Expect that you're going to have to get in touch with someone 3 or 4 times sometimes to really get a response. There's some people that will and some people that won't. You're just really looking to pull some genuine connections out of each group. And so I personally, number 5 is, I would say the last point, I think I'm on number 5, I don't know, is is I would want to just really give you the tip of sponsoring off of these Facebook Live classes. So you've really tried to create connections through the follow-up. So after you've asked them the 4 follow-up questions, what do you do? You know what I mean? Like, well, they've told you when you see the questions if they're more interested in nutrition or skincare, and if they watched the class, they should have commented what packages or bundles that they're most interested in. So you do need to send them information. Get on YouTube. You guys can see Dr. Tanda Cook has a great 30-day video. And RA9 videos. You can send them information on cosmetics or whatever it is. So I love to send them a little video that gives them just a little bit more detail about what product they're interested in. Then I love to send them the price of the bundle. So don't post prices on your 15-minute Facebook Live classes. I find it better if you post, you'll see the images that have the bundles without prices. That's what I would post on the Facebook Live class. And then when I'm individually connecting with you, I'll send you prices. Does that make sense? Because I want to get to know you, etc. So just get to know people. There's no magic sauce in sponsoring besides love and value people. I literally had 3 people within the last month off of Facebook Live classes say to me, there's something different about you. You're real. And this Zoe girl is from another Facebook Live class. And I was like, what do you mean? And she said, I have been a part of another company like this. I've been invited to a lot of things like this, but you're the only person that has taken the time to actually talk to me. And like, guys, I personally, again, some of you guys are really good with just texting and conversing. I'm not like super great at that, but I would really just love to talk to you. And so the people that are really responding to me, you know, the only thing that I say to really move them into getting to know them and then talking to them about the business, I just say, hey, would you be cool if I just gave you a quick call today or tomorrow? I give them some time options and literally just see what questions you have about this. That's all I say. And then the people that say yes, I just call them and just say, I just really appreciate your connection. Thanks for asking the questions. Obviously, you're interested in the Feel Well bundle, which is the 30-day package, let's say. And you know what? I know I sent you the video, but I'd really just love to see what questions do you have about this 30-day program. I'm always going to move it from product to business. You better believe it. And so before the end of the call, I'm going to say, hey, have you ever thought about doing something like this or looking into something like this as a business? And you know what Zoe said to me? I'll just use her as an example. She goes, yeah, actually I did. And I did this company and this was my experience and nobody helped me and blah, blah, blah. And that's when she said, you're really real and I really appreciate your time. And I just said, you know, it may or may not be like a fit for you, but you know what? Something tells me you just deserve to at least know what it is. Would you be open if I sent you a quick link to a Discover Arbonne? So another appointment. Does that make sense? Another appointment. So guys, you're really just trying to get them more information in another appointment. If you can pull it offline, be yourself. There's nothing magic. Just make them feel valued, loved, and important, and immediately try to get to know them as a person. They'll be able to see that you're different and that you care and that you're fun and that maybe they are someone that they would love to do business with. But guys, I don't wait until they've been on product or a 30-day program for a month to get to know, to like share a business. I share a business always up front, always immediately, because it's the best gift we have to offer. So I do mail it directly to them, Hannah. I do send gifts. I do keep just some gifty stuff on hand at home. So yes, to answer your question. If you guys have any more questions, just pop them in the chat. So yeah, so mainly that's really it. Trying to think if there's anything else, but you know, I try to close the class in a week, but if I'm super honest, A lot of them don't close out completely in a week because there's a lot of people. And I just always see potential in people. And so I don't really give up on people. And so I have to say, okay, you're done with that class technically. And I have to kind of move forward. But I always know I've got that group. I've got a lot of people's phone numbers now, guys. Just because the class is over doesn't mean the connection is over. It doesn't mean the building of the relationship is over. It's just a really great way to serve your hostesses. Guys, who doesn't want Arbonne product for up to 75% off and free gifts? Just for really, this is no time for them. I'm doing all of the legwork. They're literally sending out a text message that I'm sending them if they even want to copy and paste to 30 to 50 people. They're inviting them with an invite button and they're starting group messages. That's all they're doing. And that's what I tell them they're doing. And so it's a really great way for you guys to build your businesses. Yeah, so I felt like there was one more thing I was going to say. But really, that's my tip from start to finish on how to have successful Facebook Live classes. Again, give yourself permission to fail and run with this too. So know that you're not going to get it right the first time. Guys, it may take a dozen of these to really see success. But what I want you guys to know is I've had Facebook Live classes that I've maxed out at $1,250 and they kept going. I've had Facebook Live classes that are $0. And so you really, again, there's a lot of variables with it, but if you plus the hostess are the magic sauce, okay? So just remember that. So I'm gonna get busy and get all of these resources on Alyssa's Success Line page. Guys, thank you so much for joining tonight. Thanks for your patience. And I really hope this added so much value to you. Hi, Hannah Vine, who's one of my new district managers, by the way, in Japan, who is on the call in the morning. This is, what is this, 11 a.m.? Something like that. Yay, I got it right. I'm learning. So guys, thank you so much for being on tonight. We love every single one of you guys, and go make July your best month. Don't forget free signups. There's every single reason on this planet that Arbonne has given you to build a successful business. Just make it about serving people, and the title will totally chase you guys. Love you.